Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
Now at 6, torrential rain and gusty conditions.
First responders are getting ready for potential flooding.
But in any situation, you can always be prepared.
As remnants of Fred move across southwest Virginia.
And we had several tornado warnings issued so far, and the severe threat is far from over. We'll time it all out for you and talk about the threats to come.
We're working for you with team coverage, breaking down everything you need to know. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Lindsay Ward.
I'm John Carlin. Tonight we are tracking that severe weather across the region.
Now, this is all due to remnants of Fred.
And 10 News reporter Sydney Jackstimer shows us how crews in the New River Valley are getting ready.
The New River Valley is expected to see significant rainfall as Fred makes its way through southwest Virginia. In response, AEP will be using the dam to lower the water levels at Claytor Lake from their usual 1,845 feet.
This morning, we decided to go ahead and lower it down to 1841 because we are seeing most of the precipitation is expected to hit in the New River and its tributaries.
First responders in Pulaski County are also preparing for potential flooding, which they're no stranger to. Officials rely on boats, ATVs, and on utility too, whereas the community knows it big red.
For events like this, the events in the past do help with that, but you know, combined with training and everything that we all do together is what makes us prepared.
AEP says they're not expecting any power outages from this storm, but to be prepared with flashlights or generators just in case.
When you do get a lot of rain, that will saturate the ground, and anytime the ground is saturated, you have the potential for trees to fall, which leads to trees falling on power lines.
And that was Sydney Jackstimer with our report. A reminder to download our 10 News weather app to get updates sent straight to your phone.
Yeah, it's especially helpful on days like today when we're tracking severe storms. It does send alerts straight to your phone. All right, let's take a look at COVID-19 tonight. Changing COVID-19 guidance this evening. Federal health officials are now expected to recommend those booster shots for most Americans. The plan would be for those who have had the shot to get a third dose about 8 months later. We're told the Virginia Department of Health is monitoring the discussion, although rollout for the general public would likely take some coordinating because of the defined time frame. Logistically, the state is prepared to make it happen.
We've been planning for this all along. We have the infrastructure set up in Virginia, and most importantly, we have the supply of both Pfizer and Moderna vaccines.
Meanwhile, third doses for the immunocompromised will primarily be distributed by pharmacies and private providers, but local health officials tell us it's important to try to request a vaccine that you have already had.
This is FDA approved only for people who are moderately or severely immunocompromised. The recommendation is to stay with the vaccine that you originally got. So if you got Pfizer and there's a choice of getting Pfizer or Moderna, stick with Pfizer.
Right now, about 55% of the Commonwealth is fully vaccinated.
As COVID cases rise, Virginia's positivity rate is now over 8%. Hospitalizations are also up. We're told 2 Lewis Gale facilities in our area are operating at 70% ICU capacity. Meanwhile, staff at Carilion Roanoke Memorial Hospital say they're almost always at full capacity because they can relocate beds when needed. But due to rise in community spread, SOVAH Health is limiting visitation hours in Danville and in Martinsville. Starting today, you will only be able to go to the hospital from 1 to 6 p.m. Patients are still being limited to 1 guest per day.
School leaders in Craig County are adjusting their mask policy to align with Governor Ralph Northam's order. It requires masks in all schools with 2 exceptions, medical and religious reasons. The board met to edit the forms that parents will have to fill out if they meet those exemptions, which led to mixed reactions.
We financially cannot afford to do that if the state would decide to pull our funding. We are dependent on state funding, whether we like it or not. We are a small county, and we need the help from the state to keep this school system running.
I ask that you would stand up against it, unmask our children, and allow them to breathe.
The superintendent and her team made adjustments to the forms to include fewer details and information.
Coming up, a national competition to build a dream chopper, the local man in the running who could also make an impact here at home. But first,
this is so messy and so complicated. You know, what could I possibly do to help?
Survival struggles, the easy way that you can help those desperate to get out of Afghanistan.
Evacuations are underway in Afghanistan after the Taliban takeover, and a local organization needs your help with getting emergency supplies to refugees. U.S. officials are describing a more orderly scene at the Kabul airport a day after those desperate images of Afghans clinging to planes stunned the entire world. Staff at World Help in Forest are collecting donations to help those fleeing for safety.
The situation is dire. They say that it's only going to get worse, that they've never seen anything like this before. Families are sleeping out on the streets in the open, no tents. They have no food, no clean water. But that's where we can come in to really make a difference.
$35 provides a week's worth of food and clean water for one person.
Meanwhile, a veteran in Lynchburg needs your help to win a dream chopper through a national competition. Corey Ramsey is a U.S. Marine and Purple Heart recipient who served 3 deployments. He's currently in the quarterfinals to win a custom motorcycle from those guys at Orange County Choppers. He says if he wins, he'll ride it to fundraising events for veterans, and he'll design the bike with artwork honoring fallen service members from Afghanistan.
Especially now with what's going on over there right now. So it'd be a nice way to honor, because we had 17 guys killed in action and another 292 wounded in my first deployment there.
You can vote until 10 o'clock Thursday night. The grand prize winner will be announced next month.
You're looking at a live picture from our Virginia Tech Skycam. You're overlooking Blacksburg over Montgomery County, and notice that it is a very cloudy and gloomy sight across many portions of the viewing area, including in Blacksburg. We will let you know when we're going to see more sunshine and when the severe weather threat ends coming up.
Your local weather authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
We do have a tornado watch in effect through 7 o'clock for these yellow shaded areas. Just got word from the National Weather Service and the Storm Prediction Center that they are going to be expanding this tornado watch and extending this tornado watch. That is not a surprise, considering the fact that we're still going to have some really nasty weather as we head throughout the course of the overnight, even into Wednesday morning. So this tornado watch will likely be updated and expanded here relatively soon. What I want to do is show you the radar. We continue to see all the rain moving from the south to the north at a clip of around about 15 to 25 miles per hour. You'll notice that among the folks seeing some very nasty weather, areas in and around Lynchburg, over towards Forest, south into areas just to the west of Timberlake, north into areas, say, near Natural Bridge, over towards Highway 43 in Bedford County, and areas just north of the town of Bedford. Then you head over towards Lexington, Buena Vista, over towards Hot Springs, also dealing with some moderate to heavy rain. It's a wet go of it right now at the Homestead Resort. It's also wet at times as you head into parts of Allegheny County as well. Areas, say, near Lowmore, seeing some moderate to heavy rain right along Interstate 64. I want to show you the regional view, and you'll notice that we have more showers, some more thunderstorms in areas to the south and to the west of us. This is the remnant moisture from Tropical Storm Fred, now a remnant low. This is going to be impacting us here overnight tonight into Wednesday morning, providing us more heavy rain and the opportunity for more severe weather. As we time it all out for you, by around, say, 8 to 11 o'clock, may get a little bit of a lull for some of us. It may not be quite as active for a little while later this evening, but that's very short-lived. As we head, say, towards 11 or midnight, that's when we're going to start to see more of these really heavy bands of rain pushing in, and some of these bands could indeed contain some rotation. You'll notice that the worst of the weather across the NRV will likely be from about midnight through 3 a.m. For the Roanoke Valley, the worst of the weather from about 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. And then across Lynchburg, Lexington, Lexington and South Side between about 5 a.m. and 8 a.m. It looks like, again, we're going to start to see the worst of the weather out of here by mid to late tomorrow morning, and then by tomorrow afternoon, it looks like we may actually squeeze out a little bit of sunshine, but even tomorrow afternoon may still have a couple of showers or thunder showers to contend with, but nothing big. So Fred storm threats through Wednesday morning. Localized flooding will need to be monitored. Of course, we've seen a lot of heavy rain here lately. When you get a tropical system falling on an already saturated ground, where's the water going to go? Localized damage is possible in a couple of stronger thunderstorms. Keep in mind, with a saturated ground and wind gusts over 30-40 miles per hour, that could knock down some trees. And yes, a threat for a stray tornado or two is still there for us tonight into tomorrow morning. Also keeping an eye on other things in the tropics. We have Tropical Storm Grace and Tropical Storm Henri, both of which are expected to strengthen here over the next couple of days. But notice the paths. One headed towards Mexico, one just kind of circling Bermuda and maybe heading towards the maritime provinces of Canada by the weekend. None of these storms in the tropics right now are expected to impact us here locally. Next week's outlook, after what has been a very active week or so worth of weather, next week looks to be a little bit different. They're going to be hot with above average temperatures likely, and we're looking at perhaps a drier setup as we head into next week with mostly just pop-up mountain thunder showers possible. Temperatures right now 68 in Wytheville, 74 Roanoke, 79 Lynchburg, middle 70s out across south side locations. It's not that hot outside, but it is oh so humid. It's air that you wear. It's so sticky outside, and nothing is going to change tonight. The worst of Fred is going to move through later on. Overnight lows tonight 65 to 72. For tomorrow, a touch warmer than today because we're going to maybe see a few breaks of sunshine by the afternoon. Otherwise, heavy rain in the morning will give way to just some isolated thunder showers later in the day. We're looking at highs in the mountains tomorrow, 70s and lower 80s. Outside the mountains, 82 to 87. Your extended forecast showing temperatures 85 to 90 Thursday through Tuesday. Hit or miss thunder showers Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Lower chances for rain Sunday into next week. We'll be right back.
Breaking news right now, multiple reports of shots fired in Lynchburg.
Yeah, it just happened over an hour ago on Chambers Street. We're told police took one suspect into custody and recovered a stolen gun.
Several cars and apartments were hit by gunfire. No one was hurt. Please stay with us on air and online for updates.
And now, the Freedom First Sports Desk with John Appicello.
The goal is fall football without COVID disruptions. Ferrum, one of those programs that managed a partial season this spring. 10 Sports' Eric Johnson checks in on the Panthers' progress.
There's a sense of normalcy that has returned here at Ferrum as the Black Hats are back to work, entering their first full season under second-year head coach Cleve Adams.
None of us, myself included, the young men, have been in a full training camp in almost 2 years now.
The Panthers have spent the first week of camp getting reacclimated with the flow and a rhythm to how they do business, following a 5-game slate this past spring that yielded a 2-3 record.
We learned how to adapt. We learned how to improvise. We learned how to make $1 out of 15 cents.
Last year did a whole lot of help experience-wise. Helped me learn the game a whole lot more, understand the pace of college football.
With the strong core of returning starters like quarterback Titus Jones and former Magna Vista standout Tamade Penn at wideout, Ferrum looks to uphold the long-standing Black Hat tradition this fall.
I'm now getting back into things I kind of can lead the younger guys and let them know rights from wrong and the things I've been to and giving them advice on how to pursue their future or go about their future on the football field and in the classroom and everyday life.
My expectation is to execute and execute at a high level. We're not going to blink. The expectation is to come into this season and play hard and play well.
And the Panthers' first opponent to open the 2021 season on September the 4th will be the Averett Cougars in Ferrum. Eric Johnson, 10 Sports.
All right, thank you, Eric. All right, Lindsey Ward, I'm sorry to have to bring this to you, but Tim Tebow was cut by the Jags. NFL teams reducing rosters to 85 today, and clearly a long shot as he was switching positions after being a quarterback his entire life. Joel Embiid, a huge 4-year deal. How about $196 million to continue to play for the 76ers? And the Washington football team has released a former Hokie 7th-round pick, Greg Stroman. Now, this is an injury settlement, which means they can bring him back as soon as he's healthy after the 7th game of the year, which is what we're expecting here should he be able to heal.
Night of the news coming up next.
We'll see you back here at 7.